Hey yo, what's up? My name is Mizzle. You watch my channel Mizzle 14. Yes, and I'm back doing MTV Catfish, y'all. Yes, I'm so excited that Catfish came back. It's still continuation of season 8. If you haven't watched, go back to my old playlist of season 8 to watch the other episodes and watch that. Catfish has been one of my most views and still being viewed reviews on my YouTube channel. So I appreciate everyone who has been watching and commenting, and I love it. Alright, so now this continuation this season is mostly all virtual season because they filmed these episodes during quarantine. So a lot of the episodes will be in their own house. Neve and Kim, because usually they travel, they go to different states and stuff like that, help different people situation, and it builds more suspense about that, going this. But now since everything on virtual, I was a little bit weary how this season gonna be. But this episode right here, it was still my life. Even though they didn't travel, I still had a good time with this episode. All right. Oh, another thing, MTV Ghosted is coming back September. I think season 2 or continuation season 1. I don't know. Sometimes they be doing that. It's September 2nd. So y'all, stay tuned for MTV Ghosted because I have done MTV Ghosted before when it came. It had 8 episodes, and that was none of my second most top views videos. And a lot of people don't really did reviews on MTV Ghosted, so I really appreciate that people who have been watching and responding to that. So stay tuned for MTV Ghosted because I will do continue reviews on that. All right, let's jump right into it. Let's go. This episode is Jason and Keith. Okay, yes. So they all virtual. So Neve with his wife and daughter, son, it was so cute. Cammy was her house with her boyfriend for 4 years, and they were nice. And they all chilling. They was drinking and everything. Neve said, look, all that stuff is suspended right now because when they was going out, they can't really drink as there was certain rules. But now they in their own house. Hey, all rules is out the window. We still got to do our stuff and help solve the cases in our own homes. So that's what it is. So they joined in Zoom meeting. They met up and they talking everything. That's cool. They read an email from Tamara. Tamara is the best friend of Jason. And Jason has been getting catfished by somebody named Keith for 2 years. They never FaceTime and they never met in person. Which I don't understand. This is 2020, y'all. Technology is so vast. And how can you be in a whole relationship with somebody for 2 years and never meet them, and not even FaceTime? So that's right there's a red flag. Like, come on now. This guy Jason live in LA. This guy Keith supposed to live in Detroit, Michigan. So that was that. They were talking and everything. T Mary wanted to help her friend because she realized he's doing too much. His catfish and they never met and everything, and she wanted to help her friend. And realized that Jason went to Detroit because he was always giving him different runaround. Like, never, every time we're trying to meet or FaceTime and that's like, give all different excuses. So one time, Jason went from LA to all the way to Detroit, Michigan. You know how far that is to travel like there, and he got stranded out there for 11 hours thing because he got stood up. And he said his Keith supposed to have his friend drive him, and his friend car broke down, so it couldn't get him. So he was pissed. So it was that. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, oh my gosh. I know sometimes people are desperate who wants love, but y'all can't be so desperate to travel to people's states. Never met them, never FaceTime and do all that stuff. It's dangerous out here, y'all. And this is during the pandemic. They take this episode during the pandemic. So it's like, okay, he traveling there. Maybe he probably traveled before the travel bans or whatever happened in LA, because LA was one of the restricting states during the pandemic. But people could still fly, but it wasn't that much traveling, and people were staying home most of the time. So traveling to different states to see someone, that's crazy. All right, so that was happened before. He traveled to Detroit, Michigan before the pandemic. All right, so now just the pandemic and they on their home. So they asked Tamara to text Jason to come into the chat, and he came on. And he was shocked. He was surprised. He said, oh, snap. Eric Neves and Kimmy said, hey, what's going on? What's going on, Jason? And let me let you know, like, listen, Jason is a fine, good-looking man. I was like, yo, he is fine. Like, okay, I told my sexuality before, it's like that. Yes, he's a good-looking guy. Okay? So the picture, the Keith picture, he was an old, good-looking guy too, and everything. And that's actually is Keith. So I would say Jason, he's a fine boy, a fine guy. Jason said he's been single for 4 years. I mean, yes, a lot of people have been single for a long time. So you know, you get desperate, you get lonely, and you want to be in a relationship with someone and everything. It's like, especially gay people, gay men, they want that relationship, but sometimes it's really hard because a lot of people don't really take the relationship seriously. A lot of men don't take relationships too seriously. They just want to mess around, have sex, have multiple partners, be in situationships and not be in a relationship. Like, come on, something's a situationship. Be in a relationship with someone. Like, come on, right? So that was that. So he looking for love and everything. He said he has been engaged before, so he want to create a family. Tamara told us that it comes to the point that he really loved Keith and he wants to marry. I would say marry, and you never met him. You never met him, and you never FaceTime. But it comes to the point that you want to marry him. Like, wow. Like, what about this Keith that you so hell-bent want to marry him? So that was that. He explained that. He said he was engaged before, so he mentioned that. And to let him know that he wanted to start a family. Like, I guess, be married to someone, have a husband, and have kids together. Or raise kids together. That was that. So they was all going flag. So they should show his picture. Instagram. So they showed Instagram his name, Keith Model Boy. Keith said he's a model. I said, okay, this model. That's a real clear red flag when you want to perpetrate somebody who's like well known and and have a lot of followers. That's like, okay. So Keith Model, and then the other thing it said adult model. I said, adult model usually means porn, but I'm not saying that. Alright. Alright, so adult model. And when you look at the pictures, it's clear as day that the pictures are not the same person. They are different individual pictures of different men composed in that profile. And he using that as them. So Jason tricked himself, believe that's all him. Like, keep saying that, oh, that was me before I got the tattoo when I was younger. Because apparently, the person got tattoos, right? One person had tattoos, another person didn't have no tattoos, no piercing. Another person had a tattoo of leg and everything. And some people, it was some body types was different, and some shades of different colors. So I was like, how he is looking at these photos and hell bent and know that's on him? I said, even a clear person who's not even trained to investigate pictures or investigate these type of stories would know that profile of the Instagram pictures with different people, different body type, different colors, skin, and different people. And tattoos was not even the same. So it was like, come on now, come on, Jason. I know you want to be in a relationship, but it can't be that desperate for you to think that that was all him. Even I saw that and I was like, that is so different people. Okay. So they talked. Jason wanted the help. He said, yes, granted, let's do the help and that's cool. And before they go to the end of that, Tamir was bitterness. Tamir was saying, listen, and you gave him money. So they would say, oh, here we go. Why you say that? I said, that's your best friend. Shoot, she gonna let you put falling down looking stupid. And he said he gave him money. Apparently, supposedly, Keith dropped his phone broke, and he needed to get money for a phone. So they said, how much it is? He said, oh, just $800. Just $800? Where your number at? So I can just call you so you can send me some money. Even though I probably don't need it, but still. PS5 is coming out soon. You can give me money to give me a PS5 or something. Instead of spending my own money if it's just $800. Like, it was like nonchalant. Because remember, he mentioned that he was a celebrity stylist. So, yes, he's bread. He make money. So, that was that. I was like, just $800, child. Okay, whatever. Just $800. He sent him money once. Okay. That was that. So they need the help. Let's do the investigation. So they checked the numbers. Right? Check the numbers. And they checked one site and went up to the landline. Maybe they used like a sex tone phone, whatever kind of phone, whatever. And then they searched a different search engine, and that number came out to the Romeo, Michigan. Now I don't know what Romeo. I don't know if it is a city in Michigan named Romeo, but Romeo, Michigan. So I said, okay, maybe he is in Michigan. Then they look at the pictures. One of the pictures did not show up good. But let's look at the 3 different profiles that look suspect, the different pictures that look suspect. And before I watched this episode, I was going through Twitter, and people saying that one of the pictures he was using is a football player named Ray Edwards. See, I don't watch football, but I will understand why he would use an athlete picture to gauge somebody, to make them look at it and say, oh, this is Keith, this is his body, oh, he look fine. Because sometimes, I'm sorry to say that a lot of gay men do look at visual as a confirmation as a good character or person. It's like, no, just because they look good doesn't mean they're going to have a good personality. They can have banging bodies for days but have a effed up personality. So, yes, the visual is nice, but you got to make sure it's this consistency. And all the pictures were not consistent. So he was blinded the fact that he didn't look at it. So Tamara said that she didn't want to hurt her friend's feelings by mentioning it out there, because she even seen that was inconsistent. Because he was so awestruck and in love with Keith, she didn't want to hurt his feelings. So it actually came true. One of the pictures did show up to a Raymond Edwards, which is a former NFL football player. Okay, that was that. And then they look at the 2 other pictures. Another picture that had another body type. That came up to a person named Darnell. Black. Whatever his name is. Blayak. And he was a fashion influencer. Okay. And then they had another body type that didn't show his face, but had his body. And that came up to the guy named Moses, who lived in London, and he's a fitness trainer. So, clearly, it showed 3 different men he was using as his pictures for this Keith. And I was looking at it, I said, this Keith body don't even match none of these guys' bodies and skin tone. So how the hell you did not? I cannot get over that. That was that. So once they looked at that, so Neve had this idea and said, listen, it would be different if it come for us. And he probably won't believe us. So it would be convincing if we could try to get all 3 of these guys who he's using pictures to tell Jason that this is their pictures, but they is not catfishing you. So somebody clearly is using their pictures to catfish you. So they all got into. Moses got in first. Moses from London. Gorgeous looking man. Good looking man. Okay, I was like, okay, Moses, London with a nice accent. Oh, that could make you melt. All right. And then I think Raymond show up. No, Darnell show up next. Nice little salt and pepper color hair type of. No, that was Raymond. Darnell was somebody else, and he had like the whole like a black on, and he that nice little mocha skin. I said, damn. Let me stop. And then it got freaking Raymond. He had the nice salt and pepper color hair. And he looked nice. And I was like, oh my God, what's up with that freaking cuteness overload in this episode? Shit. Alright, so let's move on for that. So that was that. So they all agreed to get on the Zoom. And then you know what's funny? Throughout the whole Zoom meeting, Neve and Kimmy was texting each other throughout the whole Zoom meeting. They said, girl, yeah, he's lying. He's definitely a catfish. Oh, yes, obviously he's lying. You know that's not his pictures. This and that. While the people was talking, they all chatting with each other. I said, y'all is no good. They were having a kiki going moment while they talking to the person and they texting each other doing the thing. Oh, girl, this is what's going on. Yeah, he's definitely lying. I don't know why. That was what they was doing. And so they all agreed. They got Jason. And Jason said, oh, what's going on? Hold on. And they all said, yes, he's catfishing you. And said, keep your head up. Don't let this guy do all this. So they was nice. And it was all like that. Now he realized that he'd been duped. And Jason started crying. They all got off the Zoom meeting. Because they confirmed that this is the pictures. And these showed this is the person picture, this the person, this and that. And that was that. They wish him good luck. And now Jason is crying to Tim a little bit. He was boohoo crying, but you know, his feeling was hurt because he's invested in time. Now he don't know who his Keith is. And I was like, a part of me do feel bad for Jason, but a part of me feel like, why you did not see the signs? Like, clearly the pictures was a clear giveaway. That giveaway that this person was lying to you. But, you know, sometimes when you're desperate, you want to be in love, you want to be someone, whatever, you're blinded by the looks and everything. It is what it is. And I guess also an emotional connection that he had with the guy. It was talking about his time. And, you know, at the time when you haven't been in a relationship for a while, you build that connection real quickly. He falls. Okay. So that was that. He gave him some time to think about it, sleep overnight, then the next day. So day 2 is happening, right? So they said, listen, it's not much leeway we can do with, so the only best is the bills in the court is to give him a call and see if he will join, because that's the only way we get him. And like, because all this will fall apart. All this investigation on stuff with no means nothing if we can't get him in a meeting. So like that, because they can't go to nobody places now anymore. So they had to try to get him in the thing. And that's the all the way good strong on. So it's basically, we don't get that much tricks to pull up to get him on. We just got to go straight forward. So Neve called him, left a message. And I think they did that the day 1 before they entered the day 2. So that's what he left the message before they ended the Zoom meeting. Then I came back, and throughout the time there was Zoom meetings, so like that, they were taking breaks. It was funny that Cammy was trying to exercise in a yoga mat. She was barely mostly drinking. She was barely exercising. Neve was all working on the sweat, exercising, jumping jacks and everything, eating with his family and stuff. And Cammy was like, stretch, here, and I'm done. And I was like, Cammy, you funny girl. That's your girl, sure. Alright, so day 2, they came back, and Neve got a freaking voicemail message for the unknown number. And baby, this girl say, listen honey, don't be messing with my nephew's phone and everything and relationship, because you will ruin a perfect good relationship. I was like, hold up. No, she said, listen, honey, stop snooping around in my nephew business, because you going to ruin a perfectly good relationship. Obviously, it's not that perfect. He catfishing someone. So who on is this to get on somebody's phone and tell Neve to listen, honey, stop snooping around, because you going to ruin a relationship. Click. I said, hold up, who is this chick? Y'all got one more time be coming after Neve like that. I told you, Neve got followers and he got loyalists. We will come at you and pop your behind. Y'all better stop coming at Neve like that, right? I'm one of them. Neve, call me. Shoot. Alright, so she hanged up. She said, who is this? So Neve called Cammy. Cammy got a thing. He showed Cammy. And Cammy's like, what? And she said, who are honey? She said, like patting your head. Listen, honey. I said, honey, girl. Shh. I'm like, girl. First of all, Neve is married straight. So why you calling his phone calling him a honey? Alright? Yeah, so okay. And they got Jason. Had Jason listen to it. And he said, what? What the hell going on? And he said, did Keith ever mention he has an aunt? He said, yes. Keith said he's close to his aunt. So I said, alright, got his aunt coming in here. All stuff so good. So they say, you know what? We gotta get him on. So freaking Jason, you text him. So Jason texts him. He said, are you sure you're gonna want to do this? Because I don't want to think you ready for this. I was like, what? Ready for what? You haven't been FaceTiming or met this guy for 2 years. So what are he ready for? What it is that you gonna be bam? Like, what's this? Like, okay. So he said, I just want to get this shit. Oh, sorry. Like, I'm going into it. I'm cursing now. So I want to get this thing going on. And you owe me. He said, okay, I'll join. I said, Dad, it takes after 2 years and a episode of Catfish for you to join the damn chat. So we finally get to see who this Keith guy is. So he called in and he came in the, he showed the thing in the ceiling so you couldn't see the face. He said, I don't know why y'all barging me in my life like this. Y'all ain't trying to be messy and everything. I don't know what y'all gonna do for this. And I said, hold up. He said, we try to school things. Like, what? Barging your life? Nobody barging your life. You don't want catfish with someone. So how are we barging your life? You don't want catfish with someone. He said, okay, I'll join. I said, where's the attitude coming from? What? Listen, where is the attitude coming from? Because I don't understand why you catfishing, but you got an attitude. Okay, so he joined. And we finally see Tay. Now, I'm going to try, if they're going to do this formula throughout the whole season, for the rest of the season, a virtual season, I'm going to try to take a picture of Neve, Cammy, and the person who getting catfish and the catfisher together. Because that's not going to be my thumbnail for this episode. It shows Neve and Cammy on top, and it has the bottom left, look at it, is Jason, and the bottom right is going to be Tay. Well, his name is Tay. I'll show his name now. It's Keith, but his real name is Tay. And you're going to show who the person is. So hopefully if they do that same formula, I'm trying to snap a picture and show the person there. That'll be on thumbnails. No guarantee, but I'm trying to do that. Okay. So Tay came on. His real name is Tay. Said he's a model. And neither Cammy, it was texting. He said, oh, he definitely ain't a model. Yes, I know he not a model, girl. I know he not. They was doing that side talk. And apparently, he said he met Jason a long time ago. He said he met Jason in LA a couple of times, met him in a club, and he gave Jason his number, and Jason never used his contact him and all that stuff, and that's it. So then he created a profile to get that to Jason, because he said, oh, it's the lifestyle, and then I fell in love with him and all that stuff like that. So he said you created a picture to get to next to Jason for the lifestyle, because you see he's popular. She said, yeah, at first I was like that because I see he is like, he got one with celebrities and like that. Yes, you clout chasing, so you basically with the money. That's what basically you saying. And yeah, saying all that, and then he started to fall in love with Jason, want to be with Jason, all that stuff. Now, mind you, doing all this stuff, he said, oh, my aunt is tiring people calling her phone. I said, first of all, nobody call your aunt's phone. She called Neve's phone. And she said she tired y'all people trying to break up a relationship. They said relationship? So he said, oh yeah, I have a boyfriend in real life. I said, oh my gosh. See, this is exactly why gay men usually don't last in a relationship, because this is the type of messiness. You have a whole boyfriend and you still catching some of the people to be having somebody to sugar daddy, because he was like, oh yeah, he gave me $800 to support my red bottoms and all that stuff like that. And I said, red bottoms? He didn't give me no money for the red bottoms. He gave me the money for the phone. But he used that money to get him some freaking bag. I did whatever type of bag he said, and the red bottoms, whatever he's shoes, and he used that money for it. So you have a whole boyfriend. And Cammy said, tell your boyfriend to get his money up so he can buy you that stuff. It's like getting somebody outside your relationship, catfish people for their money. So obviously you scamming people. You try to scam people for their money. And the lifestyle. And all that stuff. And he said, oh yeah, she's in a relationship. And then he said, oh yeah, I got engaged 2 weeks. I got engaged and everything 2 weeks ago. So I got a fiance. And proposed to me. Oh no, because he said, well, my aunt was like that, and she's like that, and she came at Neve because she didn't want somebody mess up her nephew engagement. They was like, what, you engaged? She said, oh yeah, he proposed to me 2 weeks ago. So you have a fiance, not a boyfriend. Oh my gosh. And he said, oh, the wedding's going to be in Cali. And going to keep it like that and everything. And I'll meet you up there. And I was like, what? So Jason was done. He was done with this fool. He was cursing him out. He was telling him off. I said, that's right, boo. Because you need to tell him. Because I don't understand why he doing all this. And now he was like, oh. So he was saying too much. Especially when he said he's engaged and all that stuff. He got a fiance, showed the ring and all that stuff. He's a cabin, so they had to cut him off a little bit and get our act together. So they worked with freaking Jason said, what's going on? Jason said, I don't know. That's it. We're just done deal. I finally know what he is. Because I said, first of all, mind you, Tay is not a bad looking guy. So Cammy said, you're not a bad looking dude. So why would you catfish him? And what's up? Why you can't show you the real you? And everything. He said, oh, y'all trying to mess it up because if he gonna look at this, he gonna see this. Talk about his fiance. He gonna break up with me and everything. And I didn't want to come out here like this and show all this. Y'all trying to be messy because he was doing all that because they got him back on. And he said, oh, y'all being messy. Y'all doing this and all that stuff like that. It was like, listen, boy, you is doing the most. You got all these animation going on with you. You being a character, and the fact that you doing this for money, clout chasing, because his lifestyle, that's basically what he was attracted to. He did that to get the fact that he know Jason has money and support his money. And I was saying, for his lifestyle, I said, you don't have to catfish those people. So as first of all, why are you doing all this? Or you have a boyfriend and you are engaged right now. Not a boyfriend, a fiance. So that's clearly you are messing up your own life. But saying that Neve and Cammy are messy, boy, bye. That's how the end of that. The fiance found out this episode. He broke up with Tay. Tay trying to reach out to Jason. He still catfishes at Keith. Jason had not responded to none of his thing. He blocked them. And Jason talked to somebody in Texas. They had met on FaceTime. And they hoping to meet each other face to face too in real life. And that's how the episode ended, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Also share my videos. That will help me get my channel to different people to rise up. I had enjoyed this episode. Yes, it's almost 30 minutes of this thing. But hope y'all was entertained and y'all had enjoyed this as much as I had enjoyed it. And I'll talk to y'all later. And see y'all next week for the next episode of Catfish. Peace.